Hey, welcome back to the Virgo channel, and welcome if you're new to the channel. My name is Laura. I'm going to do a general message for Virgo. Know that energy is fluid. Roles could be reversed. Always interpret the message as it best resonates with you. If you're new to my channel, know I like to go deep within my reading, so I look at everything. We look at the spiritual wounds, the shadows, and see how they play out as karmic themes along with everything else. This allows you to see your situation from a different perspective, which is very healing a lot of times. Also, we can see where we need to break certain karmic behaviorisms and habits that keep us locked in a certain karmic loop, or if we want to shape shift the situation and change it altogether, all we need to do is change ourselves. So we can actually see what we can do to make the situation a little bit better. Doesn't all the time mean that you get to have your person come back into your life. What that means is that you don't get any karmic retribution. A lot of times dealing with karmic people, we get hurt. And then when we get hurt, we wind up bringing that trauma into the next relationships. We almost feel as if that person did something to us. And that energy can actually stay with us unless we heal it, unless we integrate the spiritual lesson. Every single person that comes into your life is teaching you. And unfortunately, we learn a lot from the people that hurt us. That's why I said we can learn without the actual karmic retribution by understanding how we unconsciously contribute to the undesirable life experiences that play out within our life. All right. So if you want to enter into winning a free reading, you obviously have to want to be open to getting a shadow reading. You have to want to get it live. I don't do what's up. All readings that I do that are free, that are giveaways, are done live because I believe in spiritual law, what's best for everyone. And so, and like I said, the readings more or less focus on the behaviorisms. I don't really just answer, will your boyfriend come back to you? Will, like, I mean, it we answer those questions. And when I say we, I mean me and the higher self answer those questions, but the focus isn't again on those questions. They're more on how do you contribute to the dynamic of the experience that is playing out? Because a lot of times we don't like the experience that's playing out. However, we're connected to somebody spiritually, mentally, energetically that we want to be with, but we're not happy with how the relationship is. So a lot of times people think, oh, you can't change anyone. Well, you can change someone, but by not saying change, 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 you change yourself. And that changes the person, especially if the person has a spiritual connection to you. Now, does that mean they become the exact person you want? No, but usually why the universe is bringing you a person that has opposite energy to you is to help teach you, or a person that is um, triggering you, it's to help heal you and to teach you. So there's relationships, there's a bigger reason to why we meet people. And it's all about returning to love because that's our natural energy. Our real energy is unconditional love. Our shadows, the parts of ourself that we detach and disassociate from, those are the parts of ourselves that we need to learn how to integrate. And we wouldn't know how to integrate unless certain experiences played out, unless certain people came into our life that awakened those wounds. So that's why I like to do these readings. And like I said, now for those of you that are interested in just doing a pick a card, I will be having live streams and, and I can answer your questions then. And what else was I going to tell you guys? Also will have a Facebook page where I will be offering, those pick a card readings and, I'll answer questions through that. But this channel is all about healing. They're just deeper readings. All right, regret. That's the word you're going to write in your comment bar. If you want to enter into winning a free reading with me, by the way, you got to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and write the word of the video in your comment bar. The word of the video is always the underlining energy that tells me why everyone's doing what they're doing. And I feel like I'm tapped into somebody that is full of regret, but they don't really know how to fix the situation. And I feel like it's making them really sick. But the energy is really that this person really wants to talk to you. This person really wants you back in their life, like more of a friend, almost like I feel like they didn't value the connection when they had it. They didn't value it. It's like they played games. They acted like they acted like you were disposable, like you didn't matter, like you were unimportant, like I'll get to you whenever. And I feel like, again, the person is in full of regret. However, they don't know what to do about it. So that's the underlining energy. Now, you know, if I chose you, if I wrote the word winner underneath, if I did, you would just reach out to me through my email, and you can find all the important information, by the way, in the description box, such as my email and other YouTube links and all that jazz. All right, so let's see why your person is in full regret, or can we go deep into the reading and see what Spirit wants us to know? I'm looking for a way out of this situation so I can be free. I feel like some of you are connected to somebody else. I also feel like yeah, I feel like I feel like your person is getting a lot of karmic retribution right now. They're connected to someone that they don't want to be with. It's a very toxic relationship. And I feel like they were out of the situation too. I feel like they were out of the situation and they always tend to get manipulated by this person. But it's like, and I think for a long time, they really thought that this person was their soulmate because they thought that this is like, was what a relationship was. Like somebody that it looks good on paper and somebody also that does all the work. This person never really desired anyone. I feel like they never really got deep. They desire you because, again, you make them feel comfortable. You actually are a friend. You're a true speaker. This person sees your value. They didn't see your value before. And they can't help but to compare you to this person that, again, I want to call them a karmic. And that doesn't mean that they're a bad person. It just means that your person's in this karmic uh, trauma bond where I feel like they never had they were too lazy at first, and then they never had the guts to get out of. And I'm feeling like as if they're connected to someone that where they can run the house well together, but there's no passion, there's no friendship, there's no anything. And it's almost like this karmic has full power over your person. The universe brought us together for a reason. I am discovering what those reasons are. This person realizes that there's a bigger reason to relationships. And that's how I actually, what I was channeling in the beginning of the reading, that, you know, our relationships, there's a bigger reason to why Spirit brings people into our life, and it's to make us change. And I feel like your person, when they got together with this karmic, I feel like it was, they were never looking for a serious relationship. I feel like it started off as a passionate thing where, it was mainly based on physicality. And then what happened is like someone got pregnant. And then through that, it's like your person has been in the situation ever since. And I feel like the karmic has made it into the relationship that it is. But your person never really desired this person. And then being connected to this karmic is keeping them in a low vibration. There are subconscious fears affecting our ability to attract love and abundance. The universe is helping us and make them conscious so we can easily attract what we want, including each other. So your person didn't love themselves enough, obviously. They got themselves into a karmic situation and it was okay. Meaning, I feel like your person lived a double life for a long time because they weren't really satisfied in that relationship. And the karmic looked the other way on certain things because they had the benefit of the house and what things look like. And I've been getting this reading a lot. And I feel like the reason why you came into this person's life is because they have to change. They have to stop holding back. There's a part of them that's martyring themselves, but they're also martyring themselves not because they feel 100% bad for this karmic. It's also laziness. It's the fact that they would have to change everything, walk away from a lot. They should have left this person a long time ago. They know that they should have left this person a long time ago. And because now there's greater consequences. Union is an energy, not a physical construct. Even when we aren't together, I feel our union. So again, this person is like, there's a bigger reason to why you came into my life. And I can't stop thinking about you. I'm full of regret and I can still feel you. I've tried to walk away. I've tried to make it work with this karmic. And they have. Because it was easier. This journey is teaching us one of the most important spiritual lessons, patience, because again, I feel like that's more of your lesson, Virgo, patience, because this person, I know also your person because they want to get out of their situation, but I feel like they're in like they are. I feel like they're in like going through legal battles and they're doing what they need to do right now to get out of it. But that karmic is dragging it out. It is dragging it out. And that's why they have the patience. And you're like waiting for this person that held back to begin with, that wanted to stay where it was easier. I've watched you change and grow so much. I'm trying to release my attachment to identity so I can change too. Right. Like again, why they stayed in that situation is because again, they're attached to this karmic. And they attachment could be guilt. You have to understand, I feel like the karmic was extremely manipulative and made your person like feel as if they were responsible for them, especially if they got pregnant. It's that like you need to like stay for the child, you need to, do X, Y, and Z. And I feel like they martyred themselves, but they learned to compartmentalize because they weren't really getting what they needed. And so now what's happened is that, they didn't want to stay in the situation. They didn't want to stay in the situation because it's like they're not feeling fulfilled. And I feel like once you have tried, your favorite dish, it's like that it's there. And it's almost like you can never go back to eating the same, you know, whatever it is every day. If you like, once you've, experienced or even experienced, it's like a big difference. It's like, I feel like, the difference between going to a fine dining restaurant that you're eating your favorite meal, you love the ambiance, you love the time there, you love the entertainment, everything about it, between going to like just your regular takeout. Regular takeout is okay. I mean, it's not like you don't enjoy it. It's like you can enjoy the company, but I feel like what's happened over time is once your person met you, they just couldn't revert back to, the way that things were. And it wasn't even like you were with this person sexually. I feel like it was a spiritual connection that again, and the way that you are, that they couldn't help but to keep comparing you to the karmic, and the fact that you don't control them, you haven't manipulated them, they played games with you, you could have, you didn't do that, you walked away, they're in regret, they feel like they made the wrong choice, they could have gotten out of their situation. They didn't want to get out of their situation because they have attachments to identity. The attachment to identity is because obviously when you're with someone, you accumulate money together, right? And the attachment to this person's identity is really um, the perception that they have money, that they're successful, but also that they could play it like they're single. Remember, the karmic looked the other way for a lot of times because they were getting their needs met. What happened was that your person could no longer fake the funk when they went home. They could no longer, even if you weren't seeing this person, and they were, again, because your person did everything to make sure that they did not build an emotional attachment. They don't build emotional attachment. That's what's pissing the karmic off, because the karmic was like, we had that, but it was more that your person felt obligated to do it because they either had children, they either kept, they did something to help, you're with somebody for a certain amount of time, and there's going to be some sort of loyalty. However, the connection overrides the loyalty because your person's like, I'm not controlling this. And this is why, like I said, there's a little bit of guilt there. And that's really what your person has to like let go of. And again, the identity of this rich, like Don Juan or like Madam X, whatever you would call it, Don Juan, that's a woman, that gets what I want, who I want, when I want, because I have a lot of money, I'm stable, but really you're not. You may be stable in certain areas, but while you live connected to someone where there's no love, that there's no whatever, you're living a mediocre life. You're living very compartmentalized. And the karmic was willing to live that way because, hey, every once in a while we do eat dinner together. Every once in a while, you are nice. We do things as a family. It does look like that from the outside. I'm just emotionally not getting what I need, but I make up for that with money. I make up for that in other areas. And so again, like kind of like compartmentalizing. And so I feel like spirit has been like, this is the end of this connection because it's been out of alignment for a long time. But your person would never do anything because again, guilt, the attachment is guilt, it's obligation, it's guilt, it's ego. I know the universe works in mysterious ways, but sometimes I judge the situation instead of surrender to it. Yeah, because they're like, I have to change everything. This is scary for them. This is like, why would you come into my life? why are you here? There has to be a reason why. There's a bigger reason why you're here. Because why would I have to like change all this? Why would I like it's not going to be an easy journey. Believe me, that karmic's been attached to this person for a long time. They're not looking to change their life. They don't care whether they get love or not. This person is like, well, I'll like buy myself a nice outfit or take myself, give myself the love. I don't need you to love me, but I like the way that it looks, and now with if there's going to be a change, well, now my reality of what my life is going to look like, it changes, and that fear is now like the karmic is projecting that onto your person. So where it's like, why is this happening, making them kind of doubt themselves? You got to realize karmic was able to keep your person like confined like for a very long time. Guilt is a powerful thing. And I think that the karmic thought, well, eventually, like, listen, every once in a while, we do eat dinner together and we do go out and we do have a front. So eventually, you're just gonna like surrender, and it's just gonna be what it is. And this is what love is. But what your person is like thinking is they're like, this is not what love is. This is not what love is. This is manipulation. And they're like, and I know that because I can't stop thinking about you, Virgo. It's like I'm awakening. I know more than I let on. And of course, this person pretends to play stupid around that karmic. I know that there's somebody else. No, there isn't. No, there's not. I'm just not happy. And that karmic's like, nope, there's somebody else. Nope. It's like, I'm not going to tell you a damn thing. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to tell you anything. I'm not going to tell you anything either, Virgo, because I don't know when I'm going to get out of this. I don't know like what's going to happen with this person. I have to have eyeballs in the back of my head. I've never felt love like this before. The depths of it can be inspiring, but also overwhelming. Well, it would have to be for this person to change, right? For this person to change, it would have to be. Because this person, like, again, was underneath that karmic spell. And like I said, guilt, manipulation, gaslighting. And there was, like, again, when you spend time with somebody for that long and you create memories, there is nostalgia, there is a sense of loyalty, there is, and so that karmic had a lot of power. So it would have to be a really intense love for this person to like to change is what I'm getting at. They were not going to do that on their own. They're just not going to do it on their own. I need you to trust me and believe I am working towards union with you. So it said like it's like this person is figuring it out. It's like I said, it's a full transformation that they have to do. And it's scary because, like I said, I feel like they have a lot of different feelings and emotions for the karmic. It's not all hate. I feel like, again, you build relationship. So, there's guilt, there's sadness, there's, they feel bad for the karmic. They feel they would wish that they'd meet somebody else. There's also it's uncomfortable. I'm gonna have to change everything, and I'm comfortable now. What if I can't build as well? What if things don't work out as well with you? There's a lot of different things here, but what they have realized is that I can't stay connected to a person that I don't love, that manipulates me. Because I feel like because your person like never came and saw you and never really did anything, but held back from that karmic, the karmic knows there's someone else. And the more your person didn't give in, the more the karmic tried to manipulate, the more that that would happen, and your person wouldn't budge. And it's like kind of like, no, like the more freaked out the karmic got. And that essentially is what hung the karmic, where your person's like, the more that time goes by and the more that I'm seeing you, the more that I'm not liking you. So I always have to ask, why did you attract this person into your life? What are you supposed to learn from this person, especially if there's this strong, very strong, like connection where this person is like, I feel like you're supposed to be in my life, but I feel like you're the catalyst to help them get out of their situation, to help them. That's what I'm feeling. So we have to ask, like, why? Like, what are you supposed to what are you supposed to learn? Because again, we attract people into our life that are showing us something about ourselves. Um, self-sabotage. That's number one. Love and frustration. Well, I feel like when we have shame, we tend to self-sabotage. So I'm feeling like your inner child wounds were like you were someone that self-sabotaged yourself because you didn't believe in yourself. You always got in your own way. There was a lot of overthinking, and it was frustrating. And because you didn't really feel loved, you didn't really feel understood. So I feel like there's a sense of feeling like you should know what love is supposed to look like. Like you have a sense of this is what love's supposed to look like, and I never really have that. And so, really, believe it or not, it's like I think that you are supposed to be with this person, and I never say just because if a person like sabotages the relationship or wasn't honest or whatever. I never believe that you have to take a person back. However, this person really has unconditional love for you. And to the point that they're changing their entire life. If they change their entire life, um, it's about you learning how to surrender to like what it looks like that love is just what it is. It's like, and that it doesn't need to be frustrating because this person is coming in with love. I feel like if you would have turned this person away, there would be a sense of self-sabotaging yourself, because I really truly believe, and I never ever 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 say that, but there's, to me, like I said, I believe in soulmate twin flame relationships. I believe that, spirit works through people. It works through people to help heal, to help expand consciousness. I don't think that your person ever met anyone like you. You're not someone that they would choose. Like I said, they were stayed with the karmic for a long time because it was looked good on paper. It was okay. They were in the house together. And the karmic stayed with that person because, hey, they were they're a good provider. Like I live a comfortable life. I like what it looks like, but nobody's happy. So it's again where your person self-sabotage themselves because I believe that they didn't believe that they were loved. And that also happens when we grow up. If we grow up where we don't feel loved, we tend to self-sabotage ourselves because there is a sense of not believing that we can have it. So life is frustrating. Everything is frustrating when you are trying to navigate your life through wounds. So, in a way, I believe that you're attracting this person into your life also to heal, to heal like deep seated wounds. And those deep seated wounds were when, again, you didn't feel loved, didn't get the love that you needed, and life was difficult because of it. Because if we don't get love as children, then what happens is that we form behaviorisms in alignment with that. Life is extremely difficult when you're feeling that you're not loved. So it's all about learning to love yourself. And really, this person is learning to love themselves by doing what's best for them. Because if you notice at the end, this person saying, I don't really know like how it's going to work out with you either. However, what I do know is I can't stay connected to someone that I'm not in love with and that is manipulative, that I'm not living my true self. Where the karmic isn't saying that, the karmic wants revenge because they're like, their entire reality is changing, but your person is leveling up. And that's why I feel like if you don't give them the chance, like if you stay angry at this person, you will sabotage yourself because this person does have something to bring to the table. I'm gonna leave that there. Virgo, you let me know how you resonated with this. I'll talk to you soon.